Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm the OPJellicent, and I have week number 9 of season number 3 of the UPC. This week we faced volume coach of the Conneticut Krookodiles. He actually took over for another coach, 681 Shadow. So we are actually, I believe, a second or third match in this league, but both matches that he's played he's won. So a really tough matchup here. It would be really terrible to take a loss right now because then you would drop down to 5 and 4, and we would definitely be risking our playoff spot at that point. So. Looking to pick up a win here. I feel like we have the matchup. We are bringing Trick Room, Nasty Plot, Cafagrigus to try to clean. We have Substitute, Kyurem Black, and then I believe these are dual Scarfers once again. Braviary, which I believe is Scarf, Sheer Force, with Defog and U-Turn. And then our defensive Rocks Aggron to try to pitch his team down for the Cafagrigus. So really looking forward to winning this. He has quite an offensive team here. He has assuming to be Speed Boost Scolipede. I'm not sure whether Baton Blast Claws was allowed, so I should have probably been more weary of that. He actually ended up bringing Cobalion, which if it's Scarf, I do not have a lot of answers for. Lando I, which I do have my Hidden Power Ice Raikou for, and my Scarf Kieran Pacheket. Scarf could be a little bit of an issue, but if I can predict around that, we'll be fine. And then just defensive core with Sneasel right here. This is probably like Will-O-Wisp and it's Defogger or something, and this can probably throw off Will-O-Wisps and provide some momentum. We don't have a ground type. Actually, we do have Flygon, but I don't plan on switching in Flygon to Rotoms, so let's see what happens. Right off the bat, I lead off with my Braviary, just thinking I can get a fast U-turn off, which is exactly what I'm going to do turn 1. And just go right out into my Aggron to try to set up rocks. I figured if you look at the matchup right here, Aggron doesn't actually do as much as I would like. Cobalion probably can 2-hit KO if it's Banded or Life Orb, Swords Dance or something like that. Me will just throw off a Will-O-Wisp. This blows it back with Overheat. If this is like SD low kick, it's just bait for that. And then Earth Power, and then the really only thing it can switch in on is this, but this can get up like 2 layers of Toxic Spikes on it if that's what he's planning. And I don't have a way to remove those by just switching in, so... definitely just looking to stay in and try to get up my rocks here. I do have special defense investment. I have to Mega Evolve, but he throws off the Overheat. I do live like planned, and I am able to get my rocks up, which is very nice, because that'll help against the Scolipede and the Landorus and the Rotom, and put those things into range of my Cafagrigus, which is the plan. I believe here, do I go out into Cafagrigus right away? No, I go out into Raikou, and attempt to 1v1 this with Substitute, which ideally I should be able to. Especially since he went for Defog first, because now I can set up Calm Minds. I believe I go straight for the Thunderbolt. Nope, I set up a Calm Mind first. As he's going to go for the Earth Power, that will break my sub even at +1. But at +2, I do have enough special defense where it won't. I decided to go for the Thunderbolt first, just in case anything happens. That actually is a roll on no, that was still +1. But I do get up to +2 here, and now it's definitely not breaking my Substitute. You can see that did not enough damage, and ideally I'll just 1v1 him here and end up with the Raikou behind a sub. But he ends up critting me through my sub, so we will not be able to get up a sub against this Mew on the way out. I do set up a sub again because I know he can't break it, but it's really not that much of a difference at this point. If he crit me with Earth Power again when I was not behind a sub, I would have just gone down. Go for my Thunderbolt, get crit for crit, kind of nice, but I would have much rather preferred being behind a sub against this Mew when it went down. Go for Hidden Power here because it'll definitely take it out in case he wants to make a weird switch into Landorus. Here he goes right out into his Cobalion, which we do find out is Choice Scarf. So definitely looking to like a really scary mon there because I don't have Iron Head resist anymore. But here, this is where Cafagrigus really came into use. All he can do is Will-O-Wisp me. Overheat will do about 40%. I do have 172 special defense investment. I believe he sets up the light screen here on the Shadow Ball. And here, I'm just going to continue to Nasty Plot up. I have no reason not to. He's going to throw off the Volt Switch and go right out into his Scolipede, which I don't know why I didn't click Nasty Plot here. I'd click Will-O-Wisp first, but he's going to Swords Dance up to negate that. So, looking like a scary mon right there right now, but what I do here is go for Shadow Ball, I believe. Even though I probably should have Nasty Plotted. Yeah, throw off the Shadow Ball right away, and I definitely should have Nasty Plotted to get my light screen back up and definitely get another kill with this thing. We will be able to weaken it because we will live this and get up our Trick Room again, so we will get a hit off on something. But with the light screen and not being at +4, it's definitely not looking to knock out anything. He's going to get up his light screen again on a roll there, which is really unfortunate. If we knocked him out, we'd have been in a much better position. But we're going to be able to knock that out with Shadow Ball, and I believe Landorus comes out, because that can definitely live. Yep, all men are equal. Goes for Shadow Ball. That's going to be able to knock me out with the knockoff, but we got a lot of damage into this Landorus, and it's looking really easy for Scarf, Flygon, and Kyurem to sweep here. I believe here he goes for Rock Slide, and unfortunately does not flinch me. If he flinched me there, we pretty much lost, because I would have had to go Flygon, and then I would have been checked by the Sneasel when it came out. But Sneasel's going to come out here, throw off the Ice Shard like expected. And now all I can do is go out into Kyurem, knock this thing out. I go for Scarfed Earth Power because that's what's going to do the most to the Cobalion, and Scarfed Iron Head probably was not the best idea. He gets a mid-roll there on the Ice Shard, so we end up living. And now it's going to come down to flinch crit shenanigans, because he's going to be able to Iron Head here and knock me out. He could go for the close combat and try to crit my Flygon, but that's not a very good game plan because he only has a 6% chance to win. I do not knock him out in one hit, so if he goes for Iron Head, with his crit flinch chances, he will have about a 48% chance to win the game, because he will be able to Iron Head and potentially flinch me, but I do have the chance of critting him back and OHKOing him, so that's why the chance is in my favor. But he does go right for the Iron Head, goes for the correct odds, as he should. Flygon's going to come out here, and I have to connect both, and if I flinch here, we don't win unless I crit him back next turn. And we flinch, so now I have to get the crit this turn, and we're going to see what ends up happening. He Iron Heads me, crits me right there, so I don't even get the chance to crit him back, and really unfortunate loss right there, because we are now 5-4, and we have to get ahead to win this playoff race. I believe he is the person who we're actually fighting to get the playoff spot from, because he is also 5-4 now with that win. So really unfortunate loss for us, but it's alright. We'll try to bounce it back next week. I believe I'm playing my week 10 match really soon, actually, like coming up in the next few minutes. But either way, despite that loss, I really hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to follow the Aggrons through the UPC, as well as the upcoming WPL season that's going to start up. So lots of draft league content, and I will see you guys in the next week. Bye.